Hello, Bruce. How are you?
Very good, Shanks. How are you?
Good on you. But you've just been appointed as the new secretary for the Deaths in Custody Watch Committee board. How does it feel?
Oh yes, mate. Well, it's certainly an honour. A lot of hard work, of course, but you know, we're all committed to achieving our aim, and that is, you know, where people do happen to be in custody, for example, that they're absolutely safe in there, that they're not subject to mistreatment or any ill treatment, any ill acts, etc. However, you know, where we do have, you know, the alternative of keeping them out of custody, of course encouraging that through justice reinvestment. I'll give you a bit of a brief rundown of my involvement with the Deaths in Custody. Grew up in the southeast suburbs of Perth, Western Australia. Had Aboriginal mates growing up and through my teenage years. Got Aboriginal or relatives of Aboriginal descent myself in my family, and yeah, just always aware that, you know, my mother's an immigrant from Northern Ireland, as you can tell by a bit of my accent. So I was very much grew up aware that, you know, we're on Aboriginal land, and it's definitely a case that, you know, it's an outrage that, you know, Aboriginal people should suffer any mistreatment. You know, we should be really thanking them, you know, every day that we're lucky enough to be, in that Northern Irish case, you know, safe from harm and all the other people around the world. And if you haven't come from a place where there's troubles, you know, you're over here enjoying the relative economic prosperity. In regards to my involvement in the Deaths in Custody, I became active on the Deaths in Custody sub-campaign, the Mr Ward Campaign for Justice, I think late 2008, or even early 2009. But essentially, yes, just I had a personal friend of mine, Aboriginal chap. He unfortunately passed on, so that kind of you know, it kind of hurt a lot. So I didn't get actively involved in things because I was kind of suffering a bit myself. But then I thought, nah, I've got to get into it. This Mr Ward case is an absolute outrage. So then from there, it's been a process of learning the organisation. You know, sitting back, I'm renowned for kind of being in the background kind of things, but the case is that I've been studying and watching and learning, and now the case is where you know, the Deaths in Custody group has asked me to step into the secretary role. I believe I'm ready to meet the requirements for that, and I'll give it my absolute best. And you know, a personal thing that I've been working on is the organisation of links between existing social justice groups who are interested in the particular cause, Deaths in Custody. Over in Melbourne last year, I held a meeting with the Indigenous Social Justice Alliance in Melbourne. Host Alison Thorne was fantastic with assisting with that, and Cheryl, I believe it's Kramis, assisted as well, and a whole bunch of other people. That was a success, and I've kept in contact with them. Just recently, I've been just kicking around the idea of launching a campaign with the ISJA and other groups to essentially re-establish the previous Deaths in Custody network. Formerly with the Royal Commission, there were, I think, 20 or 24 funded Deaths in Custody groups set up all around Australia. The funding was pulled. A lot of them have folded. The case is that I think, you know, with the 20th commemoration of the Royal Deaths in Custody Royal Commission, that really spurred me on to say, well, no, you know, we can't have these groups folded. We've got to reorganise. It's all about organisation. So just people out there that want to set up a group in their community, assist them as much as we can. Of course, we don't have a lot of funds ourselves, and we're all volunteers. But where we can supply documents and etc. And advice and maybe organisational structures, documents, we'll certainly do that, and also assist with linking people up. We did have an inquiry from a couple of people in Cairns, and I've been working with them for the last 6 months, so that's, I guess, a precursor to this national campaign. So, yeah, essentially, this is the case of all of us saying, all of us who just, you know, hate what's going on and all the other, you know, just mistreatment, just saying, well, all right, you won't give us any funding, you won't give us any resources, we don't need them. We're just going to unite and go for it, and you know, we'll sort you out, because you know, we don't have any alternative. And the case is that when we do that, people power will achieve it.
So just to finish there then, Bruce, you finished on the words people power. What would you say to people who are watching this Facebook and watching this on Facebook? What would you say to the people who are watching this in general?
Yeah, I'd say just in the case of, it's just about uniting. Don't let the things that are different separate us. Even if you have a different political opinion or a different philosophy on life, etc. We all agree that these things, deaths in custody, are terrible. So don't let the man divide you, or don't let yourself be split off, or your group be split off from being involved in this central issue. The case is that we all need to get around it. It's a cop-out coming up with an excuse not to be involved, the way I see it. So let's all go for it, guys. Thank you.